Hi guys, so this is the pound JPY, GBP JPY. I just want to do a quick breakdown for you as I'm pressed for time to actually be typing everything. Okay, so here we can see we're on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, we're on a full screen now here. Okay, this is GBPJPY. We're on a 4-hourly time frame. Very simple setup. First thing that we can see here is that you can establish some sort of a trend line here, right, which ultimately acts as a support trend line, right, or some would like to call it dynamic support. If you've done the course, you should know what I'm talking about. So we have this here, right, in the 4-hourly time frame. What we can also see here on a 4-hourly time frame, what is of significance here, right, is this two highs here, right, which is or was a level of resistance before we actually broke through around May and could possibly be serving as support now. So right there with the horizontal line. So that is the first thing that we can see on a 4-hourly time frame. If you go down to a 2-hour time frame, or rather let's make it a 1-hour time frame. So if you're using MT4, you wouldn't have a 2-hour time frame, right? So if you just zoom in a bit here, so what can we see on a 1-hourly time frame, right? So on a 1-hour time frame, I'm trying to establish a entry point or some sort of confluence or whatever you want to call it. Now, first thing here that you can see here is that you have this descending trend line there that we can draw in, and then we sort of have like this pattern here, right? Right, so this is it's a descending wedge. Others would want to call it whatever the case may be, but it doesn't really matter what you call it as long as you understand what the market is trying to show you. So this is what we have here, right? So what is most likely to happen here, right? So let's go to a 2-hour time frame. So what is most likely to happen here, right? What we can have, or what we can see here is that price, because we have a lot of rejection candles here, you can see this long wicks to the upside, right? So what we can possibly, what I'm anticipating is for price to at least drop down somewhere around here, either at the bottom of this descending pattern, or I would have price come slightly lower to either this level of what could be support, right, previously was resistance, or if price would come or would still be within this pattern here but have some form of a consolidation and a couple of false breakouts, which can ultimately lead to the bounce off of this 4-hourly support trend line. Remember this trend line that we drew in on a 4-hour time frame. So that is what we can have. So what I will be anticipating here is probably a move somewhere here to the downside, and then probably a bounce back up, breaking that, maybe have a small retest and for further continuation up to around 172 approximately. All right, so that is what we have here on the GBPJPY, right? So we can either establish that, or alternatively what you can also have is a break before price even comes down to this anticipated support level. We can simply have a break here and then have a retest of that break. But what I would prefer is if we can manage to break through this this previous lower high here and have a retest of that before going long. But I will keep you guys posted and updated as to what it is that I'm looking for. But I'm not in this trade as yet. I'm just going to wait for the market to play out and see what actually happens. Right, so this is the GBPJPY.